Move on to Asia, Cambodia has passed a controversial new law allowing the state to revoke the citizenship of people convicted of treason. The legislation was approved on Monday by 120 of 125 members in the ruling Cambodian People's Party, which is dominating the parliament now. Under the measure, anyone found guilty of conspiring with foreign powers or plotting against Cambodian interests can now be stripped of their nationality. The move comes amid the years-long crackdown on opposition voices since the Supreme Court dissolved the main opposition party in 2017. Hundreds of activists and politicians have faced mass trials, many jailed in absentia on treason and incitement charges. Prominent dissidents like exiled CNRP co-founders Sam Rainsy and Mu Sochua remain abroad, continuing to challenge Hun Sen's powerful ruling party. The new law deepens concerns among Western governments and rights groups that Cambodia's political space is shrinking further, ensuring little room for dissent. Now for this discussion, we're joined by Thomas Porteous. He's an anchor and correspondent at NewsX World. Thank you, Thomas, for joining us. What more can you tell us about this situation coming in from Cambodia?
Yes, of course, Asuma. A very controversial law brought in by the Cambodian government led by Hun Sen. Obviously, Cambodia is just reeling from a recent conflict with neighbouring Thailand. However, this law was brought in and put forward before that, and it is the Cambodian's government way of tackling with the opposition in the country. There has been a rise in concerns from opposition, threatening opposition towards the Hun Sen government, which the leader is keen to crack down on. There was an overwhelming majority when voting for this law in the Cambodian parliament. 120 out of 125 members of parliament voted in favour of it back in July. Now the implementation has just come in today, and as you said, it covers all citizens, whether that's naturalised, lifelong or dual. If you commit treason against the Cambodian government, you are no longer a citizen and you will have your passport stripped from you. There are obviously concerns about this, mainly over the fact that is it that Cambodia is using this to silence opposition, to weaken democracy in the South Asian country. Cambodia's main opposition was dissolved in 2017, and many opponents of the Hun Sen government do remain in exile, and so there is obviously critical voices sounding alarms around this now implemented law. But of course, the future seems to be known whether this law will be implemented. But of course, here on NewsX World, we will keep you covered in everything coming out of that Southeast Asian nation.
Thank you very much, Thomas, for sharing that insight. Now we stay in Asia.